The pressure to resign is mounting for a Potsdam Town Board member who posted a controversial comment about former President Donald Trump. Christine Page has been under fire for writing that the July assassination attempt on Trump was like, quote, putting down a rabid dog. On Tuesday, the town board voted 4-0 on a resolution calling for Page's resignation. Page, who was not at the meeting, is a Democrat. We were unable to reach her for comments. Town Supervisor Marty Miller tells 7 News that the vote is symbolic because the board has no legal right to make Page step down. He says that she has no intention of resigning.